if my best friend was wilding out and doing that, I'd be fucking embarrassed. I'm like, we're in central London, hun. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to attempt to do a story time. Now, I've never done a story time before on this channel, so I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if this is going to be interesting or not, which is not a great, selling point, but it's fine. I'll just try. So this story time is about my Tinder date. Now, it wasn't like the worst experience ever kind of Tinder date. It was just an interesting Tinder date, and not even to do with him, but of what happened around us. Now, let me just set the scene a bit. My ex and I broke up just like ages ago now, like last year. So when we broke up, I decided to just go on Tinder and see what was going on in Tinder and how, like, because people talk about Tinder quite a lot. Some people have like found their, future husbands and wives through Tinder, and other people just use it to, but yeah, so I just thought it'd be interesting, take my mind off things, of the breakup and stuff, and like talk to some guys. So I tried it out. But yeah, so as you do, you keep on swiping, and I met a lot. I've like talked to a lot of some weird, some okay, some quite cool like guys on there. It was a big mixture. They weren't as creepy as I thought they were going to be, but I think maybe that's just because I'm probably good at picking, and I was very picky as well. Like, I didn't pick a lot of guys, but there were some guys though that I'd be like, oh, let me give him a chance, and we just like swipe him and like talk to him and see, he could be nice kind of thing. I don't know if you girls do that too, like they could be someone that's just not as attractive, but they're like a bit below average, but they seem nice from their bio. They try and make like a funny joke or something, so you're like, oh, I'll try you out. So I did that a couple of times too. So the first date, that was just like a normal date. It was fine. Nothing really, interesting to talk about as the story happened. But the second one, this is where the story like comes into it. Now, I spoke to him briefly on Tinder, and then I just moved it to Instagram. And to be fair, I've only done this with him just because I thought he was cute and I liked his bio. So I just thought, let me just talk to him properly on Instagram, because I actually wanted to delete Tinder. But then I just swiped through it one more time and I found him. So I was like, okay, let me quickly just bag him, put him in my DMs, and then delete the app. So that's what I did. And we spoke like quite a lot. We spoke for a month before meeting him, because I don't know, I just personally like to do that. I know some people just like to like meet in person, kind of see if you're compatible or not. But because, again, anxiety thing freaks me out, so I need time to like stall that. And I wasn't planning on meeting anyone from Tinder prior to downloading it as well. I just wanted to see what it was about and just kind of have fun with it, just messaging people, and that was it. Everything was going well. I was asking him, the usual questions, like, why are you on Tinder? Like, how old are you? And this and that, like, where do you, like, what area are you from? And all of that. And he seemed to be fine. Nothing seemed to be, like, dodgy and stuff. Obviously went through his Instagram, seeing if he's a bit of a weirdo or not. He seemed fine again. We had a couple of dates. Now, I really like chilled out stuff that just helps with my nerves and it just calms me right down. So I love going for walks in the park as my first like date. I don't know why. I know it's really basic, but I just love that. So that's what we did. We like took a walk in the park and everything was really nice. He was he looked like, I wasn't catfished, which was good. He was the same as in pictures than in person. He was 6'5", which is nice. Tall guys are always nice. And yeah, it was just good. We had things in common. He was really funny. We like were making each other laugh and stuff, which was good. And everything was calm. Now, one of our dates, we went to Hyde Park. And this is where like the main bit of the story like comes into play. We were just walking in Hyde Park, and we were just talking as usual, like getting to know each other more, like, just like cracking jokes and stuff like that. And it was all calm, everything was good. So we're walking on the pathway through the park, and there's this couple in front of us. And I clocked them from before because the discussion that they were having seemed quite heated. So I was like, okay, a bit weird, arguing in the middle of Hyde Park, but each to their own. And as we were like walking closer, you can like see how she's just getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And it was just very awkward. Now, it was two of them. They were speaking a different language, so no idea what they were saying. And there was a girl, and I'm assuming the girl was her friend because she was just awkwardly standing there, like not knowing what to do. And I'm like, fair, neither would I. And what happened was, she then starts like screaming, and by this time we're still walking towards them. We obviously want to pass them because they're on the pathway, and she starts like screaming at him. I'm like, ugh, I don't know what to do. I felt so awkward, and my guy, he doesn't even like realize that they're having an argument. He's just casually talking to me and walking, and I'm like, okay. And then what happens is he has enough, and he's not even like shouting back. He's quite calm, he's chilled, he's just talking back to her like just like a normal human being, and she's screaming at him. So then what happens is he clearly has enough of her screaming in his face and starts to walk away. Now we're still walking towards them, and so this is us and we're just walking, and then he walks away like past us from here. Then all I see is her sprinting towards him while he's walking away like this. She's sprinting from behind, yeah, and starts chucking stuff at him. I think there was like a bank card. I'm like, bro, why are you gonna throw your bank card? Like, your details in central London, like, do you want to get robbed? But okay, but maybe it was his, that would make more sense. But threw her bank card, like threw something else, I don't know if it was an oyster or something, but just like threw shit at him, started running, and like I turned around to see, and like she was like beating him up, like full on like swinging at him, and I was like, this is so fucking awkward, I can't stand stuff like this. I quickly turn away. My Tinder date like turns around just to watch, and to be fair, everyone else was watching, but I can't stand like fighting. Like, it stresses me out, unless it's like I'm going to watch a fight, even though I probably never would do, really, it's not my thing. But I hate fighting. Unless I'm angry, then I'm okay to like fight, but if it's just watching people fight, and when someone's not fighting back, it's so awkward. And obviously it's like, because she's a girl and he's a guy, it's not as bad. In our society, you know, it's not meant to be as bad. But if it was the other way around, obviously everyone would be like jumping in and trying to stop it. But it didn't really seem like she was doing much damage to him anyways. Like, the punches weren't, I don't know, he didn't seem that phase. Like, he was just kind of blocking himself, and that was it. Like, he was just, I can't, like, this is a while ago, I can't really remember what my Tinder date was saying, but I turned back again. I was just like, come on, let's go. And he was just like, no, like, dude, are you watching this? And I'm like, yeah, I can hear it, like, I can see everyone else is watching it. I don't like stuff like that. But anyway, so he was just stood there watching, so I was like, okay, fuck it. So I turned around, and she literally was just like kind of beating him up and like slapping him and stuff, and it was just really bad. But her friend was there and like ran after her as well when she started running and doing that. She was trying to pull her off him and kind of like laughing at the same time, and I don't know if she was like embarrassed, like kind of laughing, because to be fair, if my best friend was wilding out and doing that, I'd be fucking embarrassed. I'm like, we're in central London, we don't need to be acting that way. Like, some things you can leave at home and do whatever, or like break up with the guy, like. And obviously I don't know what happened, so I can't judge, but even if he did say like cheated or something, like, he's not even worth it. Like, just move him to the side. But, you know, I have no idea. Obviously, trying to eavesdrop, realised it was a different language, so I couldn't eavesdrop properly, which is really annoying, but, you know. And, yeah, so she's trying to pull her off. She's just going all crazy. And then she kind of, like, lifts her a bit and, like, holds her. Like, you know them ones where you hold them like that and, like, hug them so they just can't, like, move around. And I can't remember what he was doing or what he was saying. He still wasn't shouting though. He was quite calm. So I feel like that's either because, one, he knew he fucked up and he was in the wrong, or it could be like he's just a chill person and it wasn't hurting him, so he was just more like, I want to get this bitch off me so I can cut, because he was just trying to leave the situation. I really don't know. So yeah, that's my kind of like mini Tinder date story time, like, of a little incident that happened, and I don't know, I just wanted to share it. It was kind of funny. Also, in that week, yeah, I don't know what was happening, but I saw another couple have an argument as well, and that was during my workplace. I used to work in Waitrose, and if you guys don't know what Waitrose is, it's just a food supermarket place. And when I was working there, and this literally happened in the same week, so I don't know what was happening with the couples, if it was, you know, summer season, people wanted to be breaking up and stuff, but so during my lunch breaks at Waitrose, I usually like to go to the park, and I walk in there, I'm just sitting in the park on a bench, I'm just eating my little sandwich, my crisps, you know, just trying to enjoy my lunch break, and there's this couple, and they're like kind of diagonally opposite from me. and they're just sitting on the bench just talking like normal, so I don't really think much of it. And then I hear like the girl shouting, and I'm like, okay, this is a bit awkward. And there's another people on like the other bench, be like kind of, you know, eavesdropping as well, trying to see. And obviously people are nosy. I'm nosy as fuck. I like to know what's happening. But yeah, so then she starts like screaming at him, and they had like books and stuff. They weren't young though. I want to say they're like late. I mean, they're young, but not like 20s. They were like late 20s, I want to say, or maybe in their early 30s. And she starts just shouting at him, and then like gets her books and starts dashing at him. And like, I feel like I have to show you. I'll show you with my iPad. But you know what? Them ones where you like hold it from there, and dash at someone. Like that's what she was doing. And I was like, okay, like calm down. But she threw the book at him, threw this other like proper book at him, threw a notepad at him, threw pens at him, and then she started like walking off, like shouting, and he's like scrambling up trying to get all his books and stuff, and then like following her and saying something, but I couldn't like hear them because they were like quite far away. And he's just like saying whatever, and then she's like storms off, and then like he like follows her. So I don't know what happened there, but that was a bit weird. I think like he was sitting her down telling her something, and then that happened. So fuck knows what he told her, but must have been something bad for her to flip out like that. But yeah, sorry, those are my stories of seeing couples argue in public. And it's weird because I've never really actually seen that before, of them like people getting physical in public like that. But it happened twice in 1 week. I hope that you enjoyed this story time. It was my first time, so sorry if I'm not like that great. If you have any like suggestions on how I could be better at if you have any suggestions on how I could be better at like telling the story, or like, you know, whatever, then that would be great. Just leave in the comments down below. And yeah, oh my god. So if you like this story, then please give it a huge thumbs up and comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. See you soon. Bye.